Hi, this is Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings Around the World. Today's video is on take your life, your spirituality, your soul as important as you take your work, the physical world. Think about that. On a daily basis, the majority of us will spend about 8 hours a day at work. Many more, some less. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's a lot in the physical world. You see, we are imbalanced, and you know that. We are imbalanced. We didn't create the foundation of bringing spirituality at the forefront. Spirituality, yourself, your soul, your purpose, connection into Source, to God. That is what is most important. Think of a cell phone, okay? As I always use that analogy, a cell phone. How much are you plugging in up here to yourself inside? You see, spirituality in the soul needs to be incorporated into the schools at the foundation. Now, if you go to many Christian or Catholic or religious schools for that matter, let's say, you do have a foundation because you are going to religion class. Whether you're from India or whether you're from America or whether you're from Egypt, spirituality needs to be fed more than the physical world. And the truth is, we're not feeding it at all. Most of us are not feeding it at all. Or maybe it's just once a week, because that's how we were trained. Just once a week, go to church. It needs to be done every day. How do you think you become stronger, more clairvoyant, more clairaudience, hearing from spirit, hearing from your higher self, hearing the messages, hearing the information? Why? Because if you're feeding that energy on a daily basis, how do you feed that energy? Let's go into that. How do I feed my spiritual self? How do I feed my life the spiritual food that it needs? Besides eating healthy, okay, and water and nourishment, that's one too, yes. But let's talk about the breath work, the meditation, the prayers, the positive mantras. And the positive mantra needs to be said over and over and over and over and over again. The same one. When you notice yourself out of alignment in an area, you notice you're saying negative things, you flip it right away to the positive, and you need to repeat that over and over and over. Because you have an embedded program into your database that you've been saying for many decades. And in order to brainwash yourself back into alignment, as I talked about in Australia, on a video there, you need to keep on rereading, re-saying that mantra until you're in alignment there and not over here with the negative energy. We need to feed ourselves on a daily basis, people. 15, 20, 30 minutes. What you can do. What if I didn't work out my biceps? Guess what? They're not going to become strong. If you want to be a clear channel, if you want things to start manifesting and growing and multiplying in the space of love and not fear, two worlds, love or fear, you got to feed that spiritual self. You got to show up. Everywhere where fear is showing up and you're saying no, or others are saying no and you're buying into that, you got to release that. You got to pray about that. Maybe you want to read a spiritual book. Maybe you want to read the Bible. Every day could be a different step that you do for 20 minutes. One day's prayer, one day's meditation, one day's gratitudes, one day's positive mantras, another day's reading the Bible or reading spirituality, awakened books, or watching a YouTube video, or going to an expo, or going to a seminar, a motivational speaker in the light, powerful shifting magnitudes of light and happiness and joy and inspiration, feeding your soul that what it needs to know, that what it needs. We are starving spiritually, because we're not feeding that energy. We're feeding what we're wearing. We're feeding how we look. We're feeding our hair. We're feeding our egos. We're feeding what kind of car we drive. We're feeding how our house looks, right? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to show up on a daily basis to your spirituality. And it needs to be incorporated into our lives as important as anything else. As work, as money, as family, as love. Fuel. You see, you fuel your car with gasoline. Yes, you do. Otherwise, it won't run. You fuel your body with what? Food. With drink. With love, with comfort, with nourishment. But we need to fuel it with spirituality. The connection here. Yes. Yes and yes. Maybe you just want to do meditation 20 minutes a day. Maybe you just want to do prayer 20 minutes a day. Whatever it's so that you choose, you line up with that. But you need to show up on a daily basis. Yes, I'm showing up on a daily basis. 15, 20 minutes sometimes, like right now, I'm in a space where I'm really blowing open, where I'm putting a lot more time and energy into that space. There's going to be times that you might do an hour a day. You might do 3 hours a day. You might do 20 minutes a day. But the bottom line is, if you didn't eat today, you would be starving, you would be hungry, you would be crabby, and you would be cranky. Well, the same thing, we need to take that spirituality in the same context. As serious as you take your work. As serious as you take your physical body and how you look. As serious as you take your loved ones or family. They're all equally important. But the problem is we're not showing up to ourselves. We need to show up in this space. Read a book once a week, twice a week. But you're doing this every day. You're picking out, am I doing meditation today? Am I doing prayer today? Am I doing positive mantras today? Am I doing gratitudes today? Am I reading the Bible today? Am I reading an inspirational book? Am I watching something uplifting on YouTube? Am I going to a seminar this month? Am I going to an expo this month that's going to feed my soul that which it needs to know? Think of yourself as a cell phone. Did you feed yourself today spiritually? That is what is most important. And we have gotten so far from that. We have been so removed because we're working our butts off just to live in this world. But we need to stay balanced. We need to say the positive gratitudes. We need to say the positive mantras. We need to say the prayers. We need to do the breath work. We need to clear our energy. We need to let go of the old crap that doesn't serve us. The old pains, memories, recollections, experiences from our past. We can't just take all the weeds and plant new flowers because the weeds are still going to come up all over. And that is why I do these videos. Clean out the old to rebirth the new, to manifest the new. Watch my videos. I have many. Out with the old and with the new. There's so many different about mantras, manifestations, anything and everything. That is why I came to this platform of YouTube, to teach. Feed your soul. Take it as important as you take your physical life. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to take responsibility for your spiritual self, your spiritual purpose, your passions. It's time to be the person you came here on earth to be. Ignite that soul, ignite that heart, ignite that truth. It resides here, head, different space, different place. I always say, God, energy, spirit runs heart, and we run our heads. Stay connected here in the heart. Show up to yourself every day. Do the homework. You could do it while you're driving. I would do things when I'm driving. Why? Because it's a dead space, kind of. You could use that. Utilize that space when you're driving to work and from work. When you're on the train. Use that space. Feed your soul. Live the life that you want to live. Break free from those old fears and patterns. Watch my other videos. I'm here to help, to heal, to teach, to transform. So every day show up spiritually. Takes your spiritual life and self and soul and purpose as important as you brush your teeth, as you eat the food that you eat, as you drink the drinks that you drink, As you buy the clothes that you buy, take care of your hair and your nails. If you do that, then show up elsewhere. Show up spiritually. Put the time in there and watch yourself, watch your life, your body, your mind, your soul, your relationships, your jobs change. Shifting. We need to incorporate this into the school systems, into work. We need to take out 20 minutes at work. They need to incorporate this in work, in corporate offices, in childhood, in everything. This needs to be the forefront of our soul. We need to take this more serious. And that's what I'm here to bring to you today. Feed your soul that which it needs to know every day. If you eat, feed your soul something that's going to awaken, that's going to feed it, that's going to make it thrive. Like I said, different things, getting out in nature, going for a walk, talking to nature, talking to the animals, feeling it, touching it. Animals, nature, air, wind, water, okay? Not just books that you read and videos that you watch. It's all encompassing. I read a lot from the Bible, to be honest. Yes, not sometimes 3 times a week, sometimes more. I pray, gratitudes, mantras, walking down the street, through the world. That's it. Use that time, that's white space, and feed your soul. If you eat, feed your soul. Spirituality. Reconnecting, plugging in. You charge that phone, you charge yourself. Here. Okay? That's it. Teach your children. Teach yourself. Talk the talk, I walk the walk. Signing out. That's Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings.